Song time.
Song time.
We should also talk about what the fuck we're doing this episode, because I have no idea. I was thinking to do the About Us, but then I was like, I would feel so weird just talking about ourselves for 50 minutes or an hour or whatever. So it's like, maybe we should have some direction in it. But
Yeah. So my idea was I had a couple questions.
Okay.
And we're gonna kind of like just feel it out from there. We definitely should do the home games portion first, I think, this episode, because we get fucking lost in the weeds if we don't.
Are you talking about the second time I punched Yazeed? This is almost the third hour.
So actually, I thought we would go in reverse chronological order.
Okay.
Because I know you the best right now, and it gets hazier the further back I go.
It's for the best, because I think I keep becoming a better person over time. Because Jesus, when we met, I was the opposite of a good person.
I mean, we really were at each other's throats when we first met.
And now we're at each other's throats. You know what
I mean? Yeah, buddy. I know what you mean.
5-minute song? Do you think I'm made of time?
In a way, yes, you are.
All right. We're all made of time, bro.
Yeah,
what
bro.
is time?
Something had a really interesting point on, I think, Reddit, where they were just like, if the universe like falls apart and like if all matter gets like so far separated, time stops being a thing. Because like time is just a measurement of like matter moving. So
I guess I don't really think on that level, because like if time stopped, does the universe
well stop? When time stops, like at that point there isn't, each molecule or like each atom is so far apart from every other atom, basically nothing is happening.
I don't know physics. 9.81 meters per second squared.
9.81 meters per second squared. That's right. That's
I get it?
That's the most important value in all of physics, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to pretend like I understand it on like a super deep level, but it's just
9.81 meters per second.
No, not that, but I guess like with like entropy and stuff like that, like I guess and the universe expanding constantly, I guess that they're eventually, given like a huge, enormous, crazy amount of time, the universe will be like so stretched out, and each atom will be like so far apart from each other that there just be like there's nothing, like even further apart than like each atom is further apart than like what atoms are in space right now. Like planets wouldn't exist, and like black holes wouldn't exist, or stars, people wouldn't exist. There'd be nothing.
Yeah, but I'd be like,
we would have been dead for like badrillions of years.
Badrillions. Math major over here coming up with the new numbers. All right, I'm gonna listen to your infinitely long song.
Why do I like long, plain, boring songs?
I don't know, but I'm gonna make like one of those 9-minute Metallica songs. My song of the week next week.
Master of Puppets.
Yeah, it's like
maybe
a 3-minute
that should be
build-up.
maybe that should be a thing where you just get longer and longer songs.
There's one album I can think of that is like 3 hours long, and each song is like 15 minutes long.
Jesus,
I could really fuck you with that one. If I ever get mad at you,
you have to listen to this whole album. It's like 5 days long.
All right, I'm gonna hit the play button.
Okay.
That's that song. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. What a world.
That song is what you would call, how you say, art. That video especially. I really have no notes for this week. I just have my video that I did, and I finished your video. That's basically all I did with actual work. I got my AC fixed.
Hey, nice boy. How did you get it fixed or replaced?
Replaced.
Okay, that's better.
It was a fucking mess. The warranty people were, let's say, unresponsive. And when it's like, it hit 92 in the house at night, and I was like, okay, I can't live this way. and they weren't getting back to us. And I had to at one point call them because Synovia was getting really frustrated. I was really frustrated. So I called them being like, any update? What are you guys doing? And then they were like, yeah, well, we're gonna need. So okay, let me step back. The air conditioning people, the actual contractor who was gonna do the work for us, not the warranty people, because they're doing the work through the warranty people. The contractor was like, hey, yeah, so you have 2 of these parts on your thing, and they're both busted, and they're $2,000 each. If you wanted to repair them, it would be like $4,000 to do this repair on your super old AC unit. It would be like $6,000 for a replacement. And they were like, well, we're arguing with the warranty people, trying to convince them to do a replacement instead of a repair because the parts are hard to find because your thing is old and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, thanks for the update. Like, they were trying really hard. They were doing pretty good.
Yeah.
The warranty people were not. So knowing that the warranty people were kind of holding up the whole process, needed to be convinced that they needed to do the replacement instead of the repair, right? And so after 2 days, I called the warranty people, and then the first guy on the phone, his name was Lewis. Mm-hmm. Remember their names? Shout out to Lewis. He seemed to care at least a little bit. He was like, yeah, so it looks like they want to do a replacement or whatever, but that's not what my department handles, so let me transfer you to another number, some other department. Keep in mind, Synovia had just called them like 30 minutes before me to do the same thing, but she had to work and stuff, so she asked me to do it. So they told her they told her she needed to talk to this other department too. And they gave her a number that was actually the same number she just called. So I called that number, and it was the same guy telling me I needed to transfer this whole thing, right? So they transferred me to a department. I actually talked to this other lady, and she was like, okay, yeah, so we're actually going to try to do a repair on a certain part. The first guy told me they were going to replace it. The second lady told me they were going to repair.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then she was like, but actually, my department doesn't handle this specific type of part. I need to transfer you to this other department. So they transferred me to a third department that was the contractor line. So like if I'm a contractor reaching out to them for parts, that's who she transferred me to. And I was on hold for 10 minutes. And I said, holy shit, fuck this. Fuck you. I'm just going to do this myself. So we went back to another person who just would do the service for us at a discount because he's like a family friend. Mm-hmm. And we were paying for it out of pocket because we would still be waiting for them to get back to us if we weren't. Mm-hmm. And then we called them and we're like, cancel that whole shit. They were like, we don't have record of your request in the first place. And I was like, good thing I don't want it. So like, it's okay. And then they called us the next day. Like, yeah, we got the parts in. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I just called you yesterday to cancel the request. You told me you didn't have record of my request. The next day you call us and say, we're ready to do the repair. Keep in mind, they were the one telling us we were going to do a replacement and then repair. And so it was this whole mess. And we had to talk to another person, had to call them back and be like, we canceled that. Like, please don't do anything. We don't want your service. We don't want your work. You can eat my dick. Mm-hmm. And they were like, okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know, whatever. And then 20 minutes after that, we got a call from the contractor saying, hey, the warranty people just canceled the work order. Like, do you guys have any info? I was just like, Jesus. We had to call them back and wait on hold to tell them, yeah, we did cancel it. Anyway, we have AC.
Okay.
Thank God we didn't go through these people because they seemed incompetent from the start. So for a time, I was thinking it'd be funny to do a diss track, like write a song.
Yeah.
A 210 warranty diss track.
Yeah.
I actually had some bars written out that were pretty good.
Ooh.
So I actually wanted to do it. Like, I wanted to use one of Tynan's beats. And then I started doing the whole thing. I had like 3 lines. And then I started thinking, like, is this a good idea? Probably not. And then we ended up getting the AC ourselves and whatever. So at that point, my anger really went down. So the motivation to do that whole thing kind of lost. But I had a bunch of thoughts about like their logo being shit. I had a bunch of stuff. Let me see. Supposed to be in the club throwing hundreds and fifties. Instead, I'm stuck in the crib, shirt stuck to my titties.
It's a good line though, honestly.
Had to spend 5,000 on a replacement, so now I'm spitting frugal bars. Wrote this fully sober. I'm still higher than your Google stars.
Oh my god.
They had 1.2 average rating out of like 500 reviews.
Oh my god, dude.
Anyway, fuck that place. Anybody who's watching this or whatever, 210 warranty is hot garbage. And they're incompetent. And they would let us cook in our own house, and thank God it wasn't, July.
Yeah, because, damn. I mean, it's not like it's been cool these last few days either. And like in the mornings, it's been nice. In the evenings, it's been nice. But like,
it's been 100 every day. At least it's cooler here. But
it's been 98 here.
It's basically a freezer.
Yeah, in comparison, I'm sure if anyone's listening from anywhere else in the U.S., they're like, Jesus.
Well, California had a heat wave too, Southern California, and then like Texas and stuff, and basically the entire Southwest.
There are some parts, most of the Southwest will probably know a little bit of like, I know what it's like when it goes from 100 to 90, and you're just like, oh, this is much better. But I'm sure there's some people in like Dakota where they're like 90. What are they dying out there?
And everybody in Europe is like, the fuck?
Yeah,
90?
I don't actually know what that is in Celsius.
Like 30 something? I don't know.
I know you
like
subtract
9/5
32 and you divide by, and you multiply by 5/9. Yeah. Or do you multiply by 5/9 and then minus 32? I don't remember. No, it can't be that one. It has to be you subtract and then you multiply.
Okay, 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit.
Okay, so you multiply and then add to get to Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So then to go from Fahrenheit, you subtract, then multiply by the inverse.
Okay.
So 90 minus 32 is, I don't know, 58.
Mm-hmm.
And then you divide that in half basically. So like
29.
29. Yeah, about 30 probably. Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
it was actually really good. Good job, bud. I don't know anything about Celsius. I just know how to do the conversion from my German class in high school.
Nice.
I don't know why that is actually like a memory that I have from high school, but I remember.
It's like the one thing you know.
I know how I became friends with all of my friends, and I know that, and that's pretty much it.
Speaking of that, what is the plan today?
Okay, so those are the three points. Percent.
How we became friends.
Yeah.
And fun stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're doing home game stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're doing the Us special,
The Us special.
and then it's Song of the Week.
Yeah.
And just like normal.
Yeah. Well, I figured we could do just like a regular update, but like a shortened regular update. So instead of going like super in depth, you're just like, this is going on.
From home games or
No, for like us.
Oh.
Before we get into like the Us story, basically.
okay. So it's home games abridged. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
The Us story.
The Us story.
Song of the Week. This is 50.
This is 50.
This is proper 50.
This is 50. This is older than we are.
Yeah, it's true. Isn't that crazy? So like, since we recorded episode 0 in like late August, early September, we actually technically have been doing this over a year, even though we only uploaded that one 50 weeks ago.
Yeah.
51 weeks ago.
We're getting really close to 1 year.
Yeah, next week is 1 year of actual published things,
Yeah.
right? Because 50,
Yes.
2.
That's exciting. I'm excited.
I got a thing from the podcast, whatever you want, the podcast service that we use to upload stuff. Like, congratulations on publishing your 50.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I got that one too.
Yeah, and it was like, post this to your Instagram. I was like, no, I don't.
I was like, I don't have one of those.
Yeah.
I can't do that even if I wanted to.
Yeah. Also, I post these on Facebook. Sometimes I posted the video, which we'll talk about later, my video that I recorded of building slaps. And my mom, over the past 5 years, has become like a Facebook mom.
Oh no.
Like, she's in Facebook groups and constantly active on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And
So she's voting for Trump. No, it's a joke.
and so I posted my thing, and no one that we know is on Facebook.
No, yeah.
No one spends time on Facebook.
Only your parents.
Yeah, it's only people like 40 and up on
Yeah.
Facebook. And I know that. I just put it up because I know that some people check every like week or whatever. People like the person we just referenced who subscribe to us, like people we know who maybe we don't really keep in touch with, whatever, but just whatever. And after like a 3-4 hours, I had maybe 3 likes, which is expected. And my mom sent me a text, and she's like, "You should consider joining a Facebook group. You might get some more people interacting with your stuff." I was like, my mom thinks that I should like. She's like trying to get me into Facebook. You know what I mean? Like trying to give me tips on how to expand my audience.
Yeah. She's supposed to make you deal with the devil there, huh?
Like social media manager.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have my mom spam all these Facebook groups, because she's in one particular like local restaurants group where I don't know how that works, but there's like accolades that people get within a certain community, and she's like a top star or whatever of the thing, and she gets like 100+ likes and everything she posts. She's like a Facebook influencer. It's kind of wild.
That's incredible, honestly. I didn't know that was still a thing.
She sent me these links to all these groups of like Java programming, learn programming groups with like, 250,000 people in each group. It's like, how many of these people are active on Facebook?
Yeah.
Like, all the programmers I know are like, fuck Facebook.
I don't know any programmer who's like clamoring to get onto Facebook or Instagram. Most people have an Instagram for funsies.
Yeah.
And I know in like foreign countries, a lot of them use WhatsApp, which is a Facebook product also. But that's pretty much it. I don't know anyone who's like, yeah, man, like, God, in my Facebook account's got 10 million followers anymore.
It's like a different type of audience. I don't know. It's just something I don't really think of. But even if we could get Facebook people, I don't want to do it. I don't want to like do the work to be on Facebook and like promote stuff on Facebook.
The amount of work to get a Facebook, I think at this point, is too much.
Well, I made the brand account for Homegames. So you can go to facebook.com/homegames.io. There's like 2 posts. I actually asked Zenobia to do that stuff, and she did. So she set up the page all nice and stuff. So it looks like kind of legit.
Yeah.
But like, I would need to do work to promote it and like put stuff on it and maintain it. And I'm just like, I don't fucking.
You have to pay for Facebook ads. And
yeah. I don't want to do that. Especially because people online are mean. Yeah. And I think people on Facebook in particular are a different kind of mean, because they're like.
That's you.
What do you mean?
Like on Facebook, that's you.
Like their actual persona?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would think people who are anonymous are meaner.
No, I know, but I think it's different, because when it's anonymous, you could be like, this person just might be a savage, or they could just be messing with me. I don't know. On Facebook, I feel like that they're just a savage.
Yeah, it's like, wow, here's Ted, picture of him wearing sunglasses in his car, looking like this. He's telling me I suck. Like, that hurts. It hurts more than anything else.
What that reminds me of is like I remember if you were talking about this about your like first YouTube video.
Oh my God.
I don't remember what they said, but this is like super mean to you. But it was back when like that definitely was a real person.
Yeah, it wasn't like. And I had no promotion on my stuff. I just uploaded like donkey type videos where I would just kind of freestyle me playing games and then just talking over it, and then I cut up the good parts. Well, there was one where someone from Australia was like, he quoted what I said, and then he said, "You're so gay," and I was kind of offended by that, but I got mad at him back, and we had this whole like beef. And he even roped in his friends. He had like his friends on YouTube have their accounts and like spam my page. And then afterwards, it like cooled off and we stopped the beef. It was this whole thing. We subscribed to each other. I forget the specifics. But the one that I talk about is where someone called me a fat autistic fuck. That one is fucking brutal. I can laugh at it now, but at the moment it was like, I didn't know what autistic meant. Like, Jesus.
It's so mean to say to some kid on the internet. He's an actual kid on the internet.
I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my fault. Whatever.
It might have been another 12-year-old bullying you, but still.
I think calling someone a fat autistic fuck is beyond what someone would have done in 2006 as a 12-year-old. I think people like...
Autistic wasn't really like an insult in 2006.
Exactly. That's what I didn't know what that word meant. I kind of see it now. If you watch me, you can kind of like make fun of me because I have weird little like mannerisms.
I mean, listen. I think at least some part of us is autistic. I don't think there's a part of us. I don't think we're definitely not autistic. I think some part of us are a little bit.
I just that one made me delete the video. It hurt, but I'm okay now.
You know what's very funny is that. Like, if Alex was a time traveler,
he would have written.
That's what he would write now.
Yeah. It's okay. I've gotten over it. I hope that person's doing okay. in hell.
I was waiting for the finale on that one. Oh my god.
But yeah, I guess I got nothing before the actual show. Just fucking.
I don't know. I mean, did you have anything you wanted to do for the About Us?
No, I thought questions would be good too. I wanted to ask you, what's like the worst moment we've ever had as friends? Which I don't know if that's like a good question, especially because you don't remember before last week.
The worst one we had as friends was probably the day we became friends.
What? Okay, well, we talk about that in the thing. But yeah, I don't know. I can't pinpoint when we became friends. We just.
I know for sure when we became friends. I know the moment we became friends.
Also, don't make us look as crazy as we are, because I know the story there.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. I'm not gonna say it exactly 100%. No.
We have a very strange friendship.
We do, yes.
But yeah, no. Other than that, I just thought. Basically, us just kind of freeballing talking about ourselves is like, who wants
That's
to hear
too
this?
difficult. I can't do that.
Yeah. Also, did you watch my videos?
Yeah, I watched the first one. I haven't watched 2 or 3 yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I was gonna say you have a moment in the first video where you were like, I'm drinking. You said like you're drinking lemonade or something, but extra strong, and I was like, what?
I said my sweet tea's a little extra sweet.
Yeah, there we go. That's what you said. No, it's just like this guy right now. Are you for real?
I was vibing. Heavy. We'll talk about it.
That one really cracked me up. I was like, I almost wrote it down because it was so funny. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch 2 or 3 yet. It's just been so much like I'm trying to.
So much League of Legends happening.
So much
TV.
League of Legends happening is really what it comes down to. I was like 9 hours of League to watch a day almost.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't watch the whole 9 hours, but yeah, it's like because every night they play like a bunch of matches. So it's a bunch. Like right now it's like group stage, so there's just like a bunch of teams playing, and it's like you want to watch all the games because you don't know which teams are actually good yet. It's like any team could be good and you don't know, so you're just trying to like watch like as many games as possible basically, and then like trying to like stay in depth with it, and then like a bunch of the analysts for the game like will post breakdowns afterwards, and they'll either break down like individual games or they'll break down like the overall thing.
Like a talent scout right now.
Yeah, I'm really
trying to peep out the scene,
trying to figure it out. Well, there's like 8 teams there's 9 teams that I think are really, really strong coming into this Worlds, but only 8 get to move forward. So one of those teams is gonna fall out, and I don't know which one. And it's like it's I don't know. It's hard. And also there's a lot
What's
writing.
Hard?
So there's a couple of things writing on it, right? So like one, I make bets with my other friends who also watch League. So
is that legal?
I mean, as long as it's not like I mean, it's not like gambling. I'm just like in small circle, but it is illegal to gamble on esports in Arizona.
Just saying, because this is all.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, it's not like I'm gambling. Our bets are like if my bet right now is if North America wins 2 games at Worlds, period, I'm gonna buy 2 jerseys from North American teams.
Okay.
And if they don't, then I'm not gonna buy it. And then also, the League of Legends people, Riot Games, they do this thing called Pick'ems, which is basically you like pick which teams you think are gonna like move forward into the next round, and you have to like pick which teams you think are gonna win. And if you get all of it right 100%, you get a Alienware desktop setup, like monitor and everything.
It's like a fantasy league.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But last year, I think 1 person got it correctly out of like 20 million people. And like the year before that, like 4 people got it right. Like almost no one gets it 100% right.
Yeah.
So like if it works out and I do get that laptop, I'm like one of only like maybe 10 people to ever get my pick'ems correct 100%. And I'll have to maybe I'll buy North American jerseys for once. Yeah. It'll be the first time I ever buy a jersey for a North American team.
Nice. Yeah, because you hate America.
I don't hate America. I prefer other teams when it comes to sports. Yeah. America is like a weird thing with sports when you look at international play.
Also, I feel like if you got Alienware anything, you would just take out the components and put it into a more regular looking thing, because I feel like your aesthetic does not.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be like, and here's this all white, see-through, like RGB, like no, that's crazy. But if it's a better graphics card, that's really all I want out of it. Because I'm running like a 1070, and I think they're gonna give you like a, I don't know if it's a 3K series or a 2K series, but either way, it's a huge upgrade for me. So
Yeah.
So yeah, and then also they like the memory and stuff like that. I'm not gonna catch up on you, but I'll have more memory than I have right.
I think I've only got 16 gigs of RAM on mine.
No, I only have 16 on mine too. I meant storage then, just like hard drives, like because I think that comes with an SSD and a hard drive.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait, might be NVMe drives.
Nice.
So that's definitely going in my build. Yeah, I'm just gonna like pull that one apart. But also the new monitor is really nice because I can have two.
What's your current monitor?
I have I think I have an Acer. I don't know.
I'm gonna stop you right. Acer's the worst.
Maybe
Every
not
Acer product
Acer.
I've ever had broke within 2 years.
I had mine for maybe about 2 years.
Okay, ready? I need that new monitor.
No. It's like a curved wrap-around monitor. It's about 32 inches. I really like it. I went from having like a little baby monitor that was like 1080p to now having like a 4K ready monitor, but never playing anything in 4K.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. I have a 4K TV in my thing that I was like, oh, I'm going to play stuff on a controller and hook up my computer and all that kind of stuff. But the TV that I have is G-Sync compatible, and my GPU is G-Sync compatible. Yeah. But there's no, I think it's like HDMI 2.1 or something. Anyway, it can't actually put out more than 60 hertz over the actual wire, so I would need a new GPU that can do that.
Oh, yeah.
So I can only play at 4K 60, and I'm at this point where I've been so spoiled by 100 hertz on my monitor that 60 hertz looks disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, because like before I didn't even... Like, I was the dude arguing that your eye can't see above 24 FPS in high school. Like, me and Thomas had this whole thing because he was always been into PC gaming.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you can see 60 FPS. And I was like, fuck you. Have you ever seen a movie?
Wait, why isn't you ever seen a movie? What's your counter argument? Hold on.
Because 24 FPS is like movies. That's how they're filmed or whatever. So it's like,
okay.
they look the same as games.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, we do these videos in 60 FPS. I want them to be smoother. I want them to be like... soap opera level. Yeah. You ever watch a soap opera?
like a long time ago.
They're 60 FPS. They look really smooth. That's why when people have that bullshit feature on their TVs that interpolates frames and it looks uncanny, it's the soap opera effect, because it takes your 30 FPS and every frame it's like figuring out what that middle is to insert something that's not real. So it's 60, but it's actually filmed in 30.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, you could tell people who are like into TVs and stuff, when they go to another person's house who has that like kind of out of the box enabled, they're like disgusted, and they'll make like, it's a big meme. People do that. Kind of thing. Yeah, but anyway, 60 FPS is now peasantry to me.
Yeah.
I need 100 plus.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna pull that thing apart. Plus, I think it comes with all the peripherals, so I'll finally get a headset, mouse, keyboard. But at this point, looking at it, looks a little grim based on my prediction. looking a little grim, all right? I don't know.
If only there was a way that you could like buy anything, like buy a headset, you know, kind of. Like
I do. I'm gonna. So here's the thing: is I know I need to buy a headset, but I want to have Thanksgiving dinner here for my family. So
You need the table.
I need a table, so I'm gonna buy a table and chairs, and I need like more material. I only have so many plates, and there's more people, so.
Once you get that out of the way, you can invest.
Then I can invest in myself again. Yeah.
And you're insane. You need to get your turntable speakers.
I need to get my turntable speakers and headset, and then because I use my shitty work ones, and I say shitty, they're pretty. One, I broke them, so they're held together right now by like paper clips.
How'd you break them?
I dropped them repeatedly, accidentally.
Repeatedly makes it seem like you just constantly over and over again drop it.
It's more like I would. It's more like when I take them, I put them on hang them on my monitor, and sometimes when I'm tired and I get back from a walk, I drop them on the floor when I'm like moving them off the monitor thing, because I'm doing it like sloppily. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I hate getting into calls with like our IT department because technically they belong to the company, and my IT department's always like, Jesus, this idiot.
This guy again. I had a nice headset that I got that it's actually the one that we bought to, like, you were there when I bought it at Best Buy.
Oh, the Logitech one?
Yeah, that Artemis whatever thing. The connection started getting weird and it started being janky and the battery stopped holding it or whatever. Instead of trying to fix that, I threw it full force at a wall and now it's not working. So that's what happened to that one. I have another headset though that I use instead. It's way more consistent.
I like how that's been your solution since I knew you, since we met. So this shit's not working, yo. I just throws really hard against some other object and hopefully it figures itself out.
It's not that it figures itself out. In that moment, I have given up.
You're like, this is never going to work?
Yes, yeah. It's like a real anger problem I have. I think it's gotten better. The one time, did I tell you when we had to go to Phoenix?
No.
Yeah. When we moved into this house in June, I bought a modem and a router. I need a specific type of modem to work with my internet connection. It's like a certain standard 3.1 something compatible. Mm-hmm. I bought this modem. It worked for about a day and a half. And then the connection went out. And then it just kind of stopped working as intended, and I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't fix it. I couldn't whatever. I just, unplug it, plug it back in. It doesn't work. And the connection still didn't work. And this was, I don't know if you also get this, but when I do a lot of like physical activity, like, I don't know, moving into a house and unpacking boxes and getting everything in its place, I have a very short temper with everything else.
I only have that when I'm hungry.
Yeah, hangry.
Yeah, I do, yes.
So I was just like tired and it was very just short. And when the thing didn't work, this is like $180 modem. I threw it just not super hard against like the floor, right? So I'm here, this is the floor. I threw it and it bounced up and hit the wall. That's when it went bad because I heard a little shaking inside of it. And one of the chips from the board on the inside fell off of it. It like snapped off. And I'm a fucking idiot because I was mad that I didn't have internet. So now I made it so I permanently don't have internet. And this was like on a Saturday and I needed to work on Monday. That's all remote stuff, right? So I needed internet. And so I looked for replacement modems, but because I needed a specific thing that met this criteria, not a single store in Tucson, except for Target, having one, no one had them in stock. Target said they had one in stock. So I was like, cool. Bought one, did it for in-store pickup the next day. This was like an emergency. I needed one. And went to Target, and they were like, well, yeah, it's just not here. We don't know where it is. We don't know why the website says that. It's like, great, thanks, Target. So then I had to go. And we drove to Phoenix in June, which is like the height of the coronavirus fear.
Also the height of temperature. And that's a horrible drive.
Yeah, and it's Phoenix, so always just on a good day is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had to drive to Phoenix. And it was like 3 hours later, and another $200 later, and I had another modem. And Synovia was like, did we learn anything?
I was going to say, Synovia is by far the most chill person I've ever met. And it's like a perfect fit for you because you're so anti-chill sometimes. I would have imagined she could cool you off, but
she the entire time the elephant in the room was her saying "I told you so."
Yeah.
She didn't at any point. She just kind of didn't rub it in my face that I was an idiot. I know I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And me doing that was kind of like this realization of like, this has never worked out for me. Like, throwing shit has never worked out for me. I should probably stop. And it was like a really big price to pay, like in money and in time and whatever, to go and get this replacement thing. And I like to think I'm better with it right now. Yeah. Just like taking a breath before I lose my mind, but it's still not great.
The last time I got so mad, kind of like early on in getting my dog because she ran off again after whatever. And I was so mad because I didn't know what to do anymore that I went and I laid down in my bedroom on the floor in the dark. And I just laid there for a while.
No.
And my dog came in and she just laid next to me. And I realized at that point that like It's okay.
Yeah.
You can I can be mad and then I can cool down now, I think.
Yeah.
But I do get unnecessarily aggressive when I'm hungry, and I don't know. In my head now, when I get angry, the first question I ask myself is like, "Are you hungry? When was the last time you ate?" And the answer was like, "I might be hungry." Then I try to like get away from other people to go eat.
And the difficult part about that too is that you're always hungry.
I really am.
You can eat and be hungry.
I can
immediately
eat and be
after.
hungry like within an hour.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta
It's
really,
a real problem. I almost am constantly eating here.
yeah.
But I also, I eat more healthy now.
Nice. Instead of 2 fish fillets or whatever.
Instead of 16 pancakes or whatever from McDonald's that one night. Yeah, it's improved.
Speaking of having like a breakdown and just laying down on the floor, one time I kind of did that in high school. It was sophomore year chemistry. I didn't get it. I didn't understand chemistry. Wasn't doing well. Came home that day, took everything off of out of my closet that was on the floor, laid down on the floor of the closet, closed it, and cried for an hour, and then still didn't do my homework. And then I failed chemistry.
I really was thinking that story was gonna go like an end with like, and then I did the homework and like I figured it out. Like I watched YouTube videos or something. I think that's fine. I think sometimes it's good to just seal yourself off and just be emotional.
Yeah, but it didn't help me. It was I still failed that class.
I think it did help you.
I got an F.
Yeah,
on
but
that.
that's okay. It didn't help you in the class. I think it helped you as a person, though.
It helped build character. It's kind of like the fat autistic fuck of my high school. It's really.
I don't know what it is about chemistry, but I'm actually also hilariously terrible at it.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, I don't understand it. They're like, and this is like 15 bajillion moles. And you're like, what is a mole? And they're just like, it's this other number. It's Avogadro's constant times the weight of the molecule. Don't you know? It's like, no, I don't know. Obviously, I'm stupid. What do you want from me? And I had gone into AP chemistry and I was like, I don't know any of this. I don't know anything at all.
Yeah. I would also argue that we had different chemistry teachers. Yours was known for being pretty okay, even though kind of wild. Mine was known for being absolute dog shit, because she was.
She substituted for my econ class, my AP econ class one time, and legitimately she wanted to start a political discussion. Everyone in the room was like, hold on, wait a second. This is not how this class is run. She's like, how do you guys talk about econ without talking about politics? And we're just like, I don't know. We don't know anything about econ. Why would we know anything about politics?
We're 15, man.
Yeah, we're like, I'm a child. I shouldn't have any. Like, I can't even vote.
Yeah, seriously.
Also, like, I think until you take Gov, we took Gov. Like, I didn't understand anything about how the U.S. system works. I knew, like, because like when you're really young, they like teach you like, and then there's the 3 branches of government. There's the Supreme Court, where they dress in a cloak and wear a wig. There's the legislature, and that's just a shit house. And then there's the presidency, and you love the president. And everyone was like, all right, cool. Because at the time, like when we were in school, everyone still loved the presidency. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of there's so much complexity, I guess, and all that kind of stuff. So I took Gov, finished Gov, got a C or a B or whatever I got in Gov. And today I probably know less than I did when I was 7, learning about judicial, executive, and legislative.
Bruh, I thought it was really cool. Just my favorite branch has to be the Supreme Court. I think there's like something like magical about being like, 10 years ago we said this shit was true, still true. Get the hell out of my care. Like, it's awesome. I loved it.
They're just there to make sure the other 2 are doing what's allowed.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just courts. I don't fucking know anything.
I don't know. I love that stuff though.
I don't know anything about it.
I definitely, if I had to go back and I couldn't choose my top 2 and I went for number 3, I would have gone into law, I think.
I think if I had the what's the word I'm looking for? The kind of ability to commit. What's the word? Like
determination.
Yeah, determination. It's not what I'm. Anyway,
decisiveness.
No, the other one was closer. If I had the ability to sit down and read something so dense like legal documents and laws and shit, be able to quote stuff that has that weird S in it. U.S. code 503.1.
Oh, yeah,
Or
yeah,
like
yeah.
two S's.
I was like, what are you talking about? The weird. I mean, a capital S, okay.
Yeah, it's like an interlocking
Yeah,
S.
yeah.
It's like, I don't know what that is.
I actually don't know what that is either.
Yeah, so I'll just watch Legal Eagle on YouTube because that dude does like simpleton breakdowns.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a lawyer. Here's what this law is. It's like, oh, that makes total sense. But if you show me the actual books, I'm just like, fuck this. I don't care. But I'd love to argue. So maybe this would be a cool thing for me. You know?
I don't know. I think that you like to argue is slightly different than having to read copious amounts of stuff and then show up at a courtroom and then decide jurors and at what evidence is allowed and disallowed and like all that stuff. Like that all happens with just the lawyers and the attorneys and the judge.
Yeah, I would just walk in like, Your Honor, this guy's clearly an asshole.
You know, like it'd be like the thing where the guys from Rick and Morty did the thing
where they read the case or whatever.
Yeah, from like Georgia or whatever. Yeah, it'd be like that.
Also, my eye started twitching like crazy this past week. I don't know what it is, but like every 10 minutes or so, my right eyelid just...
It might be allergies or it might be how stupidly dry the air has been lately.
I hope it's that and not like a weird muscle nerve thing.
Yeah. You could ask my brother. He might know.
I don't want to ask your brother anything.
No, he actually is quite good at optometry, apparently. He's like really good at it, apparently. I say apparently because I don't know anything about optometry.
Because he told you it was pretty good at it.
No, because he gets good grades and he crushes all of his lab stuff, and I guess he's been seeing patients already. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's doing good. Also, I talked to our guest who will be doing the Unity stuff, and they said that probably within either next week or the week afterwards, they could do it for sure.
Okay. And I'll get Pico de Gallo up and running again. I forgot to do that.
No worries.
I had an idea where I can just I can actually run it kind of in like the hot loader way, and I can just do a thing of like every 5 minutes. It's a node process, but it's just doing it a set interval instead of cron or whatever I could use in a traditional. Anyway, there's something I can do to make it so if it dies, it comes back up. And I thought of another way to do the logging stuff. I can just redirect standard out to a file. I forgot you can do that. So I'm not the smartest dude in the world.
Wait a second. Didn't I ask you about that?
You did, but it was the way that I heard you saying it did not trigger the way that I understand that thing working.
Okay. All right.
So this is your fault. But yeah, you could just do like the that to a file.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. As long as we're on the same page now.
Yeah. See, I don't know anything about
That's objectively not true.
computers.
That's objectively not true. All right. You ready to get into this one?
Yeah, you're introing it, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. We do say the numbers, right?
I think so. I mean, it's 50.
It is 50. All right.
It's 50.
What is the word that's half of centennial? There's a word for it.
Semi-centennial, bicentennial, pseudo-centennial.
Nah, there's like a fancy word for it. Hold on.
Isn't semi-centennial every other 100 years? So then bicentennial would be twice in 100 years, and then that would be every 50?
Or I don't know.
I'm going to say this is the Curtis Jackson episode. That's 50 Cent's real name.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. I did not know he had a real name. I'm going to be honest. I thought his name was just 50 Cent legally. All right. Well, we'll skip that part. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 50. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the friendly episode 50 of the Homegames podcast.
So we're changing the format. It's normally 2 words. It's like hot and ready or whatever.
Hot and ready.
Now it's just friendly.
We're just
okay.
friendly.
Okay.
We're rolling with that one today. I think it's just a little more of a chill episode anyway. Okay. So we'll tone it down a little bit.
Just one descriptive word
Wind it
today.
down. Yeah. Just, take it slow. Yeah. That's how I like it. So for Home Games topics today, I'm Yazeed.
That is Home Games. Oh god, we've ruined the intro of episode 50.
Can I try again?
For Home Games topics, I'm Yazeed. Let's talk about the technical complexity of being Yazeed. What does it mean? What's the runtime of being Yazeed?
Not good enough. It's not efficient. Oh my god. Oh, all right. Hello everyone, welcome to the friendly episode 50. I can do it. I can do it.
It's like all the words fell out of your mouth at the same time. Oh, friendly.
Oh no. I'm laughing so hard I'm sweating. Oh my god, alright. And it looks like I'm crying on camera.
You're just so excited about episode 50.
I'm just so awkward sometimes. I can't help it.
Sometimes.
Oh no. Alright. 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 Hello everyone and welcome to the friendly episode 50 of the Home Games podcast. I'm Yazeed and this is Joseph. I did that one correctly. Don't even look at me and pause like I'm lying.
You jitter giggled the entire time. Also, let me just check that this is actually still recording the video.
Oh man. Yeah, I cracked up. I don't know if that's going to be on the podcast or not, but Jesus.
I can make all that the intro or the pre-show.
Please make that part of the pre-show. I would love to have that and just
watch yourself struggle.
I've always wondered, it's kind of like a weird narcissistic thing maybe, but I always wanted to know what I look like when I'm laughing really hard. Because I know like my friends know that what I look like when I laugh really hard. Mm-hmm. Like really hard when I just stop breathing and I just start shaking. All my friends know that that's when Yazeed got. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what I look like when that happens.
Do you know what you look like when you really cry?
No.
Maybe we can get that too on the show.
I don't know what I look like when I'm expressing emotion.
You just want to open up some wounds.
when I look at myself in the mirror, it's like scientific. It's like this is correct or incorrect. All right, moving on.
How symmetrical do I look today?
Yeah, is my hair correct? Did I brush all when I normally would look at myself in the mirror when I'm brushing my teeth or combing my hair. I don't really look at myself in the mirror otherwise. Occasionally I will if it's like I wonder if there's something like weird, like if I spilled like tomato sauce on the back of my shirt, I'd have to get a mirror out to see what's going on back there.
What kind of lifestyle are you living where you can spill tomato sauce on the back of your shirt?
You never been like cooking and turned away and then had like a little bubble pop and then know it got on you but don't know where?
No, I mean, but I also wouldn't really know because I don't look at the back of my shirts.
I try to pay attention to that because dogs and tomatoes don't mix. So I'm more aware of those things now. Now you say something. For people who aren't 100%.
We're recording?
Yeah.
I thought we have to do the intro over.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. We'll do the intro over.
Now you say something. Jesus, what a mess.
We've only done 50 of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.